Hey, kiddo. Hey, man. I'm still reeling from, I don't know if these videos are even in a succession. I don't think I'm doing, that thorough of a job. Um, I'm just still reeling from, some life stuff I got going on. And then obviously, like, there's some betrayal happened. And that sucks. It hurts deeply, and, maybe you don't know, but you will, because it's life, man. Like, you just don't get out. Like, no one survives, elementary school. Kids are ruthless, man. They lie, they cheat, they steal. It's like you find all your brokenness through the younger years, and then you get into junior high, it gets even worse because girls and puberty, and your heart gets involved on a deeper level. It's just, oh God, it gets ruthless. And then high school is just pure insanity. Everybody trying to figure out who they are and how they can leverage their personalities. And, oh, it's just treacherous, dude. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of love and a lot of fun that can be had, in elementary, just really learning how to share with people and be a part of groups and feel part of, like, humanity. It's a big deal. Junior high, learning how to get excited about stuff and relate with people through, while you're going through a lot of body and mind changes. Like, it makes it tolerable. And in high school, you learn how to have deeper friendships and how to, like, really identify who are true friends and who aren't. Those are the proving grounds for that. So there's pros and cons, man, but it's real life, man. It's in session. So you'll learn about betrayal definitely in high school. Because you're going to ask people to make commitments to you, and you're going to make commitments to them, and you're going to learn both sides of betrayal. You're going to betray people, and you're going to learn how that feels to live with it. And it's not fun. Ain't nothing free, bud. Nothing free. It doesn't make it easier when you get betrayed. Because the reality, here's the hardest part about betrayal, dude, and is that you start to build, like, we're supposed to build a fantasy in our mind, an ideal, like, hey, I want a life, I want a house, I want this type of car, I want these, I'd love to have, maybe kids one day, a kid, here's how I'd love to be a parent. You start to build these ideas and this fantasy in your head and what it looks like, and then you work towards making it real. You do the exercises, you do the role, you do the tasks that build you into that ideal in your mind, that fantasy, and then it becomes reality. So when you put someone else in your life, and you put them in a role like a wife, or like a girlfriend, or like a partner in business, or anything really important, a best friend, those things come charged with responsibilities. It's not just a word. It's charged with a responsibility. If I'm your best friend, like, I have a responsibility to back you up, dude, no matter what, even if you're wrong. And not to say that that's what this is about. It was just one example. And if I'm your best friend, I'm going to tell you the truth. And so, when we violate that, dude, and we really hurt someone, we betray them. Well, I'm going to finish my point on the fantasy piece. Is like, you really build a life around the idea of this thing, and you start to build a foundation in your mind psychologically around the person too. So when the person shows up and they're different and they do something different and they actually betray the shit out of you, like, well, I'm your friend, I'm supposed to tell you the truth, but I'm gonna completely lie to you, dude. Like, that's betrayal, man. And it hurts because you're banking on your life and you add this component in as this person, and then you build a life on top of that, which means it's now part of your foundation and your idea. And then they destroy that by being something different, by being a liar. And that it throws you for a loop, because then you just like, what? My whole foundation just cracked and broke. I don't know what was real. And then it's like, you know, the biggest problem is the doubt it creates in yourself. You know, I chose this person and they betrayed me. What else did I choose, and what else is going to betray me? And that seed of doubt, dude, is like venomous. It's an incinerator, dude. It takes all safety and comfort and erodes it. It's just like, it just decays everything it touches. Just like everything else doesn't make it all bad. And a lot of times things fall together, they don't fall apart. But the feeling of falling sucks. So, betrayal is just one of them ugly components of life. And though there are different means of executing change, much more preferable ones, it is also something that will grow us as humans and as mature adults rather quickly. It also can destroy us in a lot of ways if we let it. You know, I could feel so down in the dumps and so mad at myself that I trusted this person, and then I trusted them so much it becomes embarrassing that I started creating a foundation on top of it. That's an embarrassing. I'm rageful towards the person, but I'm really angry with myself, and that's the worst part about this whole thing. I didn't make that person act that way, and they may have their own consequences around it, but I definitely have consequences with myself, because my inner self is really hurting, and I'm the one to blame, because I let this person in, and then I didn't validate certain values and virtues of theirs to ensure, like, oh, they're not liars. They don't value that whatsoever. Their virtues are completely opposite of lying. It's all about honesty. It's not just nice people and good people in general. Like, it's checking those values and virtues and guaranteeing, like, that's a person that doesn't do that. Because if they did, it would destroy them. It's just, so it's not in them. It's not in them. I didn't validate that, dude. You know, and so now I'm like really angry. I'm more angry with myself. And I'm more like, I'm embarrassed with myself for the behavior of letting that person in, dude. And that's a shitty feeling. That's the worst part about betrayal, is like, it's not just being mad at someone else for something they did. It's the self-deprecation, that the being mad at the being mad at others, or the being mad at myself for what someone else chose and what somebody else did. It's an ugly deal. So I don't wish these feelings upon my worst enemy, let alone like somebody I say I care about, you know. So I'm very intentional about not doing shit like that. Anyways, I just wanted to share that, dude. The reality is like, this too shall pass. You know, some of this stuff is just like a weather system. You know, and sometimes in the world we get really bad storms, and they come in, they blow in, and then they fuck everything up around. Trash everywhere. You know, trees are broken. You know, sometimes houses get destroyed. You know, like, it just gets all fucked up, and it's okay. We rebuild. Still cities around. There's been tornadoes through places. Still cities there. You know, like, I do think it's probably smarter to maybe build cities where tornadoes don't run through, but it's not always the case. Sometimes tornadoes start coming later. Anyways, the reality is like, everything rebuilds. So the internal life is the same way. Even though I don't feel like I want it to be that way. I don't want to accept that, because I don't. It almost feels like I'm accepting people are gonna come in and fuck up my internal life, and I don't want to accept that. But it's just part of life. It's part of the reality of things, and I'm gonna rebuild, dude. Like, I don't ever just lay down and take hits, you know. Like, I defend myself for sure, and I'm definitely defending myself, you know. But I don't need to get into retribution, you know. Like, all I say is make amends, dude. Like, and then they make amends and move on, dude. I'll take 30 years of shit out on somebody who only deserves 3. So that's not fair. So I'm gonna rebuild, dude. You know, I'm gonna refocus my efforts, and I'm gonna reinvest all my time and energy into something new and build something better. It's an opportunity, dude, to build something better. Maybe there were critical flaws in my best plan, and I didn't see them. And, you know, nature came along and set a wildfire to all the dry, gross brush. And now it just happened to have burned up everything, because it wasn't really good in the first place. It wasn't perfect. Or it wasn't like, it wasn't stable. It's better, because perfect is weird. I don't even know that word. That word is really weird. But it wasn't really stable. So, you know, I'm saved in a lot of ways, and I just gotta be able to see it and appreciate it. So, I'm gonna build a new idea. I'm gonna build a new plan. I'm gonna decent and pretty efficiently and for as long as I need to, mourn the death of the life I thought I was building. And then once I'm done with that, it's time to get working again. Pick up my hammer, pick up my tool belt, and start building something new. That's it, dude. That's all it is. I'm gonna finish mourning what I need to mourn for this life I had in my mind that has now died. And I'm gonna start building. I'll pick up my tools, and I'm gonna start building something new, something better. All right, man. I love you. Whenever, wherever you are, dude, I hope you're having a ball, man. And if you're not, and if you're dealing with betrayal or some bullshit, son, I understand. That pain is deep. It rocks me to my core. I understand. Mourn, dude. Like, you're allowed to be. It's okay to mourn. Well, this really exciting and hope-filled idea in your mind that exhilarated you and gave you the chills and all that, like excitement, like, it's dead. It just died. It was murdered by someone, and I understand the shock and the pain. Take your time, you know, mourn what you need to mourn, but and then once you're done, pick up your tool belt, son. Start building something new. You're gonna do something better. I know you may not want that. You want what you built and already that somebody murdered. I get it. I understand that. But please be open to the possibility that you could actually build something even better. Alright. Promise. Every time I've surprised myself in that, I think through everything, dude. So every time I surprise myself. Alright, I love you, dude. Like I said, if you're going through it, it's okay. You're gonna get through it. Same here. And if you're not, and you're doing great, fuck yeah, dude. Keep at it, Bubba. Keep at it, dude. And if I'm alive and well, if I'm alive, call me. Just want to talk to you. I want to hear your voice. Yeah. All right. Love you, bud. Bye-bye.